Oh, hey, the fire extinguisher is available for purchase. Yeah, we're gonna get like 2 of those, as well as this thing right here. This makes repairing your ship so much easier. What is going on, everybody? We are in the 4.5 PTU, and we're about to use this Caterpillar to run some Ling family contracts, 2 of which. So we're gonna stack, and we're heading to drop off from Levski to Area 18, as well as picking up a little bit more from Bygenie, and then doing a final drop off to New Babbage. My other goal with this is to show you guys that you don't need to worry about engineering as much as some may make you think you do. Flying ships like the Cat, the C2, the Hull C, it's not going to be that bad. Unfortunately, the Cat, I don't think has had her components passed yet, so we'll kind of play with that and see what it's like, keeping her repaired and keeping her healthy. One thing you guys might like is look at the tarnishing on the boxes coming out of Levski. I don't know if this same sort of character is added to all boxes at all times, but I kind of like that they look like they've been beaten up. You know, they've been used for a while. It adds a little bit of character to it. Like with most of my videos, I want this to be as concise as possible, so I will mention, you know, important things or kind of cool things or organic encounters as they may come. But for the most part, I just want to run through this and show you guys completing missions in 4.5 with engineering and armor. And honestly, armor, is going to be really beneficial to those of us with bigger ships, because the armor added to ships scales with size. So your haulers, your Cats, your Hercules, even your Hull C, they're going to be a lot harder to kill in the upcoming patch. Honestly, the whole combat scheme has been flipped on its head. I will likely not be running repeaters anymore. Cannons have the penetration. If you look at Erkul, I know I've linked that site to you guys a few times. It'll be in the link of this, or sorry, in the description of this video as well. You can look at the 4.5 stats, and there have been massive changes to all weapons as far as their damage outputs. Basically all been reduced, but there's a new, more important factor, which is base penetration thickness, which seems to be uniform for all weapons, and then the near and far penetration radius in degrees, which I'm not fully educated on yet, but base penetration pretty much says it all. I've done some testing with the combat in 4.5, using the Hornet, using my Corsair, and dude, the cannons get in and wreck components, crippling ships so fast. Now, these numbers are not final. There's going to be lots of tweaks and changes, but the biggest thing to think about for your hauling ships is you're a lot beefier now. It takes a lot longer to kill you, and if your ship actually has physicalized components, you can bring some extras with you if you have any issues to swap them out if they take excessive damage and you can't get to a point to where you can repair them. But I've taken my Corsair and some other ships from the point of near critical back to basically full health, which is awesome, instead of having to come back to the station and repair or like give up on your ship because it's too messed up. So there's a lot of good that I've enjoyed with this update, but we'll see how it impacts hauling. I just realized I am not sure which of these is going where, and I bet they are coded to their specific drop-offs, so we will see that in this video for sure. Yeah, for this first mission, it's only the distilled spirits in the big 8SKU boxes that are going. So all the small stuff is definitely going to Area 18. So that'll go in Bay 1. I do want to say real quick, big thanks to everybody who's commented and let me know that the video on the Hull C has helped you all out a lot. I am super happy to hear that. And the consensus for those who continue to struggle sounds like it had more to do with how busy the server or the shard was, more than the tips I was giving. So yeah, even if you follow all of my tips, if you're on a really busy game, you're likely going to have problems. I also want to make some quicker videos like this to generate more conversation as well, and see what you guys are thinking, what you might be worried about, and information that I can possibly get to the community regarding changes that are coming, especially these huge changes with engineering involved. You also have a diagnostic screen, and this is pretty cool. This will tell you the health of everything that's in your ship, your coolers, your life support, your power plants. You can see as the Durango, or are the Durangos rather. We're still rocking the Ponti's Quantum Drive. We got our parapet shields and our Omni cannons. This is your wear and tear, I believe, on this side versus your actual health. This will go down over time, and as far as I understand, when this gets low enough, you have to replace the part. So there are some people that are very upset about that, because it might not be so easy to get your hands on certain parts, like your military grade or high grade stealth equipment. So as you can imagine, those who are used to farming those and holding on to them and selling them, they're going through some internal emotional struggles right now. I personally think that wear and tear makes a lot of sense. I just hope it's not unrealistically quick, and all the current numbers you're getting in the PTU are going to get refined, so don't worry too much about what you're hearing immediately. As far as the health, though, with ships that are physicalized, you can go to the individual components and repair them, which is really cool, as well as the whole of your ship. So depending on what we run into, I can show you guys some of that. On the ships that are not fully physicalized, like our caterpillars and some other things that haven't gotten those passes, you have the repair all function here, or the ability to repair, I believe, from the menu. Once it goes down, there's like a little wrench icon that appears, and it gives you like a timer to repair. So regardless of having like a gold standard ship or not, you're going to have a way to interface with the engineering schematics in the game, or the engineering gameplay rather. We are through the wormhole. Time to set course for Baijini Point. This works out, man. We'll be able to grab our Aorus quantum drive while we're over in this area, since ARC-L1's right next to ArcCorp. Man, I really love not having to mess with going inside a hangar and landing and trying to deal with the elevator and being all awkward. I can just come right out here to the external elevator, get what I need, and get on. Ooh. It's cold in the cargo bays. Let's throw a helmet on real quick. My one gripe with the Caterpillar is still a problem. Sometimes these buttons just don't want to work. Bay 3 works. We'll just use that one. It's one of the few complaints I have with the Caterpillar. Door operation inconsistency. Sometimes I just have to hit open all, but then I feel so exposed. I'm noticing they even look tarnished on the screen. That's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and select all, move them over, bring them up. That doesn't look right. Still have some visual bugs in the external freight elevators on this patch. Oh, I see what's happening. The door's like sideways. There's our stuff though. Not the most visually pleasing, but at least you can still get your cargo, so it's functional. Also, big thanks, guys, for all the love and support on the channel. We crossed over 3,000 subscribers really fast. It kind of blew my mind. I'm aiming for at least 10,000 now. Gonna keep upping the goal. Oh, and a special welcome to all of you who have come over from SC Hauler's videos. I see you guys in the comments. It warms my heart. It is great to have you here. Little tip for new players. If you're trying to find the landing zones out here, like we're looking for Riker Memorial, look for the big blinking bright lighthouse style light. It also helps to know that at Baijini, sorry, not Baijini, at Area 18, the ground location, Riker is this massive sort of flat zone with this highway going through it. And during the day, it's got that ArcCorp red. But these blinking lights are basically guide points for you to find your landing zones on any of the major planets. New Babbage can sort of be hidden sometimes behind some thick clouds, so you got to get low enough to see it. But it's a nice little way to simplify getting to your landing zone. For those of you who haven't seen it, I'll show you how to make it a little bit simpler to offload your caterpillars based on how you land. Slow down as we're coming in here. She's a big girl. Don't want to come in too fast. Use those proximity sensors in the front of your ship. When you see them flashing, that's a good way to tell that you're very close to whatever's in front of you. Alright, so I'm going to cancel my downward velocity, and we're going to give ourselves a little rotate here. And we're going to come back this way. Sort of center myself. I don't want to bump into anything. And I'm usually looking towards these numbered boxes up here, 3, 2, and 1. Kind of tilt my bow toward that. And you should have plenty of room. Then hit open all doors and check it out. We're facing the elevator. Just makes it a little bit faster, a little bit easier. All right, I know these small boxes should be going here because the ones we picked up at Baijini are going to New Babbage with the rest. Aha! So they are specifically coded. So we got 2 of them, but one of them in there does not go here. Let's see which one it is. 1 of 3. 1 of 3, so that's the one that doesn't belong. This one right here. That is going to New Babbage. Now we just got to see which one of these is actually going here. There it is. We got lucky. Alright. We are on our way to ARC-L1 to pick up our quantum drive and quickly get over to New Babbage. Head over to Platinum Bay to pick up our quantum drive and another useful tool for engineering while we're here. First things first, Erebus. Oh, hey, the fire extinguisher is available for purchase. Yeah, we're going to get like 2 of those, as well as this thing right here. This makes repairing your ship so much easier. All right, we got our cambio. Definitely going to bring a couple of these fire extinguishers and our canisters. With engineering, forgive me for saying it this late in the video, some staples that you want to have on you are the ability to do repairs with your multi-tool, either your handheld or this cambio rifle, as well as fuses for when those might blow in your ship. It is cool to see that we can get the rifle and the fire extinguishers from Platinum Bay. Always, when handling your quantum drives, remove your propulsion first. Otherwise, you might find yourself stuck, not able to go through a wormhole. There we go. Now we'll be moving with a purpose. Hello, New Babbage. And yeah, there's a hostile Idris out here, but we're in an armistice zone. I'm not sweating it.
Thank you for visiting New Babbage, the proud home of MicroTech, where creative innovation meets innovative creativity.
Alright, green across the board. That's what we want. Alright, since those missions went well, the last thing I'm going to show you guys real quick, utilizing our Cameo SRT rifle here, is we're going to take a peek at our cat, make sure everything's looking good. If you right click, you can see part integrities on your ship. It'll tell you how it's looking, if you've taken any damage. We should be pretty much squared away everywhere. Now, we don't have any RMC in this SRT rifle right now. You can take some material from your own ship, although it's kind of nice to find some ships that are sort of just sitting around and take from them. But just as an example, if we left click, you get close enough, you'll actually start to cook some material off of your ship, which will start to fill up your rifle. Now, I don't know if this is going to negatively impact your ship in the future, but since we've got some material, I'm going to go ahead and get us to about 10% here, just to show you. Right click. Ah, look at that. Part integrity is 95%. Okay, so then hold right click to fix the ship. And there we go. We're actually at 100% now, so we still have material in our rifle, and we were able to fix what we sort of started to break. Now, sometimes it doesn't look like it actually takes material from your RMC container, but that'll probably get tweaked over time. Part integrity here showing 0, which doesn't make any sense. Not everything is reading out correctly. We are, again, in PTU, but this kind of gives you an idea of how you would go around and make sure that your ship's in good shape. It does say repair is not needed. Lets you know when you're out of range. This is also how you fix components and weapons. In fact, let's see. It said our Omnis were hurting a little bit, which here they are. So yeah, no, our part integrity is at 100%. But the wear and tear is what's being reflected. That you can't fix. Over time, once the wear and tear gets low enough, you're just going to have to swap the part. Now, you're limited, obviously, to what you can do to a ship that doesn't have its gold pass or its component pass yet. But you can see that it is possible to repair the hull, fix things on the outside, and if you have components available that can be interacted with, you can also fix them the same way. Now, I did see one of our power plants back here. Let's see if we can actually interact with it. These are future component housings, likely once the ship gets its gold pass. I did see a power plant here at one point though. Yep, there it is. So it looks like you will be able to interact with this, repair it and such. So just the power plant is what's available right now. I don't think that you can integrity still 100%. But this is how it would look if you needed to repair your components that have taken damage. We'll have to see if that is something the Caterpillar will allow you to do in time. And the last thing I will show off is how you operate your fire extinguisher, which you can have attached to your backpack, which is really cool. Bring it up with a similar key. Negative 273 degrees Kelvin. Oh, because of where we were outside. So it's reading the temperature in the room right now, 21 Celsius, which is super comfortable. So you would just hold left click to actually fight the fire, and you know, simulating if this thing actually was on fire or anywhere in the ship, really. I don't know if they've gone so far as to use real firefighting mechanics to where you want to shoot the base of the fire, because a lot of people just kind of spray right at the fire. But it also depends, I guess, where the fire is, depending if it's on your walls and such. But yeah, these things are pretty cool. And again, they can just be stored right on your backpack, just like your tractor rifle and all. So using weapons racks and such kind of makes more sense now. So you can have a lot of stuff more easily accessible wherever your weapons rack might be. See, on this ship, it's actually down here by the elevator, which we have to run around quite a bit to access. Not ideal for rapid response scenarios, but yeah, it's all the way over here. And you can't put the fire extinguisher here, can you? Oh, you can? Oh, that's funny. I don't know if that is actually intended to be that way, because you also are supposed to have fire extinguishers in your ship. That might only be the newer ships, because I would have one in just about every cargo bay, anywhere that you would possibly think to need one. Another way to fight fire, though, is honestly just venting your ship. Open all doors, and it sucks out the atmosphere, and then the fire can no longer burn. But yeah, don't be too worried about engineering. It's actually been a lot of fun. It's added a lot more life to the ships. and the ability to keep on rolling by making sure your ships are repaired in good working order. I've really enjoyed using like the Drake Corsair, and I'm going to be grinding my rep back up so I can get a lot more time with the Hull C, which does have all of its components and fire extinguishers and all, so that will be a blast. And like I said in the beginning of the video, as well as, just the title of this video, don't be concerned with engineering when it comes to operating our Caterpillars, our C2s, our Hull Cs. Unless you're abusing the hell out of the ship or taking it into combat, you really don't have anything to worry about. It will take a special kind of stupid to break the ship. Or I guess a shard that's acting a special kind of stupid. But that's going to do it for me, guys. Oh wait, hang on, actually, one last thing I'll show y'all. So we are in an area that is locked up. You can actually store your helmet now, or rather it is physicalized, so it will store on the rear of your suit when you do it with left Alt-H, and if you do it with right Alt-H, you will actually hold on to your helmet. Kind of a fun little flavor of life there, right? Just kind of walking around, holding your helmet, hanging out. Small thing, but it's nice to have the physicalized helmet. You probably noticed that it looked different when you take it on and off now from first person as well. You actually see the helmet coming on and off versus that weird box you used to have. But okay, that is actually the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please hit me up with all the comments and questions down below, ideas, things you want to see, things you're curious about, and I will catch you guys in the next one.